Hi there, my name is Rachel Litfin. I'm here for JeanBookNerd. We're in Hollywood, California at the HollyShorts Film Festival. And here I'm with Chris Staehler, who wrote and directed The Beacon, which is a short film that aired. And I also have Chris, what was your last name again? Chris Purdy, who is the director of photography. I want to ask you, you explained a little bit about what The Beacon was about. Can you tell our viewers that?
Sure. The Beacon is a story about a husband looking for his missing wife that went missing in the outer Milky Way galaxy. So we try to tell an intimate story about kind of a mystery, a noir a little bit, about a husband looking for his wife. But we set it against kind of this epic, big science fiction universe, kind of like Alien and Blade Runner, stuff we were very inspired by growing up.
Are there plans to turn this into a full feature film?
We'd like to. This is kind of a backdoor pilot into a feature that we would like to do, or many features, but at the moment we'll see how people take it and go from there.
That's fantastic. I wanted to ask you, with this being a reaching sci-fi and being the director of photography, what were some of the obstacles you had to overcome to, and it being a short and you don't always have, the time and budget and the resources you need, what obstacles were particularly hard but you felt you overcame for photography?
Yeah, well, it's always difficult to build a world from scratch,
yes.
And that's what we tried to do with the budget and the resources that we had. So we knew early on that in order to pull this off, we had to plan everything meticulously. So we went through the script and basically planned out each shot and how we would photograph it, whether the camera would move or not, and whether it would be live action or whether it would be green screen or a plate or set extension or what have you. And all of those things sort of had to come together logistically in order to be something that we could actually execute. So
that's awesome. So from conceptualization to edits completed, all of it, what was the time frame you were working with?
We worked for about 3 years on it, from concept to finishing the final VFX shot in our sound mix.
Wow, that's incredible. You have to have such a vision that just drives you through.
Yeah.
Well, can you tell me what's next? Do you have anything in the pipeline that you want to talk about, or where the direction that this short film is going to go?
Yeah. Moving on from this, I'd like to keep exploring kind of the mythology we set up. I'm a huge fan of kind of building a history and backstory into everything I do, so I spend a lot of time building backstory and history into our story before I ever wrote it. So I'd like to start exploring that and where the story goes on from there, and it becomes a much more mythological, kind of grander scale universe spanning epic. But beyond that, I have some other small ideas that aren't related to the project at all, some science fiction, some other. Kind of just see what happens next.
That's awesome. And I didn't catch it. Did your film already premiere during the sci-fi block, or is it about to?
No, it premiered during the VFX block.
Oh, okay. And when was the VFX block?
At 5 p.m.
At 5 p.m. today.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I'm so happy to hear that your project went great, and I hope to hear more from the way it sounds. This sounds like a film that I would absolutely be into if you like sci-fi and far-reaching mythology. Well, I'm excited to hear more about where Beacon is going to go and hear where you could possibly develop more of that mythology and carry it further. It sounds like an amazing short. I hope you get it turned into a feature. I am Rachel Litfin here for JeanBookNerd. This has been the HollyShorts Film Festival, and that's Turning the Page. I'm Rachel Litfin, and this is the HollyShorts Film Festival in Hollywood, California. I'm here with
Chris Staehler.
Chris Purdy.
the team behind the short film Beacon.
And that's Turning the Page with JeanBookNerd.com.